Hello my dear Virgos, and welcome to this tarot reading by me, Auspice. This reading is going to be about what you need to focus on during these times. Right? Start by tuning in. I call upon my spirit guides, and for this reading I call upon Archangel Michael for protection and guidance. I'm gonna start by pulling some oracle cards from the Goddess Oracle by Sofia Marakinski. The first card that came out was Corn Woman, Nourishment, Virgo. What does Virgo need to focus on right now? Centering. What does Virgo need to focus on right now? Death and rebirth. Anything else for Virgo, please? Virgo. Change. Well, some of these cards have been coming up for the other signs as well. This just shows me that we are one, kind of. But this is still for Virgo. So the first card that came out here is Nourishment, and what catches my eye is this with the heart chakra. You know, the color for the heart chakra is green, and from her heart green things are growing. She's holding this this goddess is called Corn Woman. She's holding corn in her hand and grain in the other, in perfect balance. So this is what you need to focus on. Perhaps is thinking about what you sow is what you reap, however that applies to you. And what else can we see? And also what you need to focus on is perhaps well, spreading your love, I feel like. Connect to your heart. Connect to the earth. And of course, make sure you get all the nourishment that you need. Perhaps start to grow your own food if that's possible for you. Because then you are sure of, then you know what you're getting. You don't, there's no poison in your food if you grow it alone. If you're not if you're not putting poison on it, but I guess not, right? And it's a way to become independent as well. The next thing that Virgo need to focus on during this time is to be attuned with yourself. You see, when in meditation you hold your fingers like that, You're actually feeling yourself. You're closing your eyes to get to stop focusing on the external world and focus on how you feel inside you. And if you have questions, I feel like the answer will come from within. And here we can see that she's actually carried by nature. She's sitting on this flower. So don't forget that the earth is what is carrying you. The earth is what's holding you up. So we need to take care of our earth and all things growing, and not just humanity, but all living species and little organisms and flowers and seeds and stuff like that. And the third thing that Virgo needs to focus on has to do with death and rebirth. And this card has been coming up for a lot of signs in my readings this week. And the way I see it is that she's cooking something up here. And there are I think there are 9 circles on the water. And there are 9 heads behind her. So it's something with the number 9. And I see these as like your ancestors or your guides. Perhaps like 9 generations back, or 9 generations back, this making like your own medicine and stuff was something that was natural to your in your family. Or perhaps you have lived 9 lives like a cat. That's what they say about cats anyway. And I don't know. Yeah, this is what I'm getting from that card for now. I will go deeper as we move on. And the 4th card, we have these circles here again. This card has also been coming up for a lot of signs. It's a goddess called Oya, and she stands for change. And you see these purple circles here in her dress. They are kind of the same circles that are here in the water. And it's like a bit of the same coloring on her dress too. So this dark red coloring has to do with our root chakra, I believe, right? Our legs and feet, and also how we connect to the earth. And this woman is very much directing the change she wants to see. The purple coloring lets us know that she's in tune with her higher self and the crown chakra. And the way that she's holding herself lets me know that she knows what direction to go. These lightnings coming out of her hands is like the lightnings of thunder, and fire is an element of change. So perhaps you're feeling very powerful right now, Virgo. And this is something you should not fear, right? I want to pull like an oracle card for this corn woman. Because I feel like nourishment and stuff is a Virgo thing. I don't know if it is, but since you're an earth sign, and kind of nature loving, I think you This might be very specific to Virgo. That's what I'm trying to say. So I use this Isis Oracle, Isis Oracle cards for clarification. I love this deck. I call upon Lady Isis through time and space to give me some clarification for Virgo. A lot of cards coming out. I will not take them all. Clarification for Virgo, please. Please clarify. Please clarify this. All right. Perhaps this needs extra cleansing. I sometimes feel like the smoke from the sage is charging the card with spirit. I'll take this one. This card says, in its initiation, you are being initiated into the divine mysteries of light, love, and power. There are moments of profound challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the opportunity for growth that can transform any challenge into experience of healing. With compassion and cleverness, you will not burn during your challenges, you shall thrive. So there is something about the growing things here that would make you, you know, when we grow things, we also feel good, because this is something that is very natural to us. I think we all should be like mini farmers, really. Now we just buy everything in stores, and we have kind of lost contact with where we come from. We have lost contact with our nourishments. And some people can't even grow basic stuff like potatoes and herbs. So when we're able to do this, we also become empowered. So we can stand on our own. I'm gonna continue with this, with pulling some tarot, and we will move deeper into your reading, Virgo. So this tarot channel is kind of new. I've been taking a break for a while because I've been moving. But now I intend to be here and do readings as often as I can. So the Hermit came out, which is Virgo's card. And Justice. Justice have been coming up for many signs too. So it's something about we have to balance our earth and ourselves, perhaps. The first tarot card that came up is Prince of Wands. And he's like going in the other, he's going away from the rest of the cards, and he's leaving the city behind with all this smoke, and he's actually, he and his horse have moved out to nature, and his green clothes are actually matching the green scenery in the background. So I feel this is talking about you choosing to, perhaps you're choosing to leave the city, perhaps you're just choosing to live more green and go in your own way, and perhaps you're like, because this is a trend right now, and maybe you are ahead of your time, so you're kind of pioneer. All right. And the next card here we have is the Hermit, and that's Virgo's card. That's going within, that's tuning into our intuition. The moon rules. The moon helps with the intuition, and when we go inside, we find some sort of truth within, and it becomes a light, and it becomes you become like a shining star for the people around you that has not yet found their light, and you become like a light keeper of the light. So you should not, and this is like Virgo in your element too. You're very wise, you're very grounded, and you're not afraid of being original, and if you have to, you will stand on your own, I think. So this is what I'm getting from the Hermit today. The third card that comes up here for you is Justice. So what I feel here is like something we all need to focus on is to see the truth behind things in our societies, and how we're treating each other, how we're treating the earth. You can look at where the place you live. Is this do I like the laws we have created? Do I like the society we have right now? And if the answer is no, I think this is a really important time to do something about it, because in many countries around the world, things are not looking very good right now. We are getting a more like totalitarian rule, and I don't think this will be good for the people living in those. It's not going to be good for the people. That's what I'm feeling. So it's hard to do anything by your own. So the best thing you can do is to find a group of like-minded people, and then you will also find like comfort and support in whatever your beliefs are. But I actually want to pull a clarifier for this. See if it means something to Virgo in particular. So this came out right away. There's some, looks like a golden instrument or doorknob. I don't know. I'll just read it instead. The oracle guides you. Oh, sorry. They had ancient power mysteries is this card's name. The oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, or through what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically. You have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. So this is telling me, Virgo, that you have a responsibility to speak out for when something is not just in your surrounding, and that you have a very strong voice and people will listen to you. And even if they don't listen right away, know that you have this wisdom within, and you have this light that not all people have found yet. But you have it, right? So believe in yourself when it comes to speaking a truth. The next card is another earthy card. It's 8 of Pentacles. It's putting down like hard work and being very practical about it. But it comes, the card that comes after is this Ten of Wands, like the burnout card. So perhaps all of this card, I feel like you are pretty, you are like alone in all of this, I feel like. And I think, I wish there was a card that was telling me that you were working together with people. You're very self-reliant, but this seemed to become too much for you. There is a long way for you to walk upon here, but you're carrying, and all these things seems important for you to bring, and maybe they are, but I feel that you need help to reach your goal. I want to take a clarifier for these two as well and see if there's any advice on how you can protect yourself from burnout, because if we burn out, we can't do anything good for ourselves or anyone else. Sometimes we have to keep going, but it's better if we work together. This card, Abundance of Soothis, you can see this oath here almost looks like the things that you're carrying. It's the same shape and coloring. Abundance in many forms is increasing in flow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, love and wisdom and self, and enjoy the abundance responsibly flowing to you in many forms over and over again. So this tells me that you are a very talented and loved and wise person, and if you reach out, continue to build channels, abundance will come back to you, hopefully in the shape of other people, right? And the last card here, you are standing so strong and you are standing alone. Here we have the King of Wands. He has left like it almost, of course you can be dealing with a fire sign. You could have a fire sign who is like surrounding you or coming to your aid. In the beginning of this row, he was going away from the other cards. At the end of this row, this fire entity is starting to look towards you, so perhaps this is someone that will help you. But I can see again here that he's choosing to be amongst the greenery. He has left the dry desert behind him. So together with this growth card here, I feel that what you need to focus on right now is to grow things. And it doesn't have to be just food and vegetables, even though I think it's very important that we as a society and in little communities start growing our own food. You also need to, this is also about perhaps making your relationships with relationships with other people blossom and grow. And well, there's a lot of green here again in these cards, and there's also green from your heart chakra, so perhaps surround yourself with green colorings or green crystal or something like that. Beautiful reading for you, Virgo. I want to pull one last oracle card here to finish up your reading. One last advice to Virgo. One last advice to Virgo, please. One last advice to Virgo. cartouche. Choose to release that which would lower your vibration into fear. Come back to love, stay true to yourself, and you shall inspire others to think or speak more positively when they are around you. Invoking the power of speech and words for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth will work efficiently for you. So speech and growth came back again in this last card. I thought it was really beautiful. If you want to support me, you can always press the like button. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you can read in the description box below. I thank you so much for joining me here, and stay strong, stay free, and don't forget to come together with your fellow humans, right? Bye for now, Virgo. Be blessed.